Hello seedlings, welcome back to my channel. It's Madison here, or Dandelion. Today we're at the last chakra. So if you have been following the Chakra Spotlight series here on my channel, you'll know that we started at the root chakra and now we have worked our way up to the crown chakra. So today in this video we're going to discuss the crown chakra. And before we get into it, don't forget to like and subscribe. So this chakra, the crown chakra, is located at the top of your head, a little bit further back than right at the top. But right here, where babies have a soft spot when they're born. To add a little note onto that, some people think that babies have that soft spot when they're born because energetically, spiritually, the soul is still deciding if it's going to stay in that body or not. And when the skull closes, that's the soul solidifying its life in that body. And the crown chakra has to do with one's connection to spirituality, divinity, and divine source. So that's what this chakra represents. It's where the soul enters the body. As a baby grows, the soft spot closes up and solidifies this incarnation. And the Sanskrit name for this crown chakra is sahasrara chakra. Sometimes this chakra is called the 1,000-petal lotus flower. And this chakra does not relate to an element. It's beyond all elements. So there's no element here for this chakra. The other chakras have an element or they have some kind of elemental thing that they connect to, but the crown chakra is kind of beyond all elements. But the color this chakra is associated with is white. And the parts of the body that this chakra is associated with are the brain and the nervous system. So pretty much your whole spine, all the nerves connected to your spine, and your brain itself. So let's talk about how we can tell if this chakra is imbalanced. So some signs of imbalance. First, let's talk about some physical signs of imbalance. The first one would be any problem with the brain. A lot of things fall under that category. So any kind of issue with the brain is a sign of an imbalance in the crown chakra. And remember, when we're talking about these signs of imbalance, we are not ignoring physical reasons for physical symptoms. Sometimes there's a physical reason we can point to that says, oh, that's why my body's doing this. And it's not necessarily energetic. But these are just some things that can mean that there's something out of balance with the crown chakra. Also, nervous system issues. So often if if you're someone who has PTSD or CPTSD or any kind of trauma that they're healing from, you may have nervous system issues. You might have a hard time calming down, or you might have a lot of cortisol in your system, the stress hormone. You might have a hard time calming down after a lot of excitement or a lot of fear or a sudden startle. That would be a sign that there is an imbalance in the crown chakra. Trauma wreaks havoc on the body, but when we're thinking about the chakras, one of the chakras, because there are a few, but one of the chakras that gets most impacted by trauma is the crown chakra, because our crown chakra is, like we said, it's our connection to divinity, it's our connection to source, it's our connection to our religion and our spirituality and our beliefs, our faith. So when we go through a trauma, often all those things are rattled and we feel lost and we feel often angry at source or angry at divinity or confused or all these things. A lot of things happen. So that's why having problems with our nervous system is a sign of an imbalance in the crown chakra. So let's talk about some non-physical signs of imbalance with the crown chakra. The first one is boredom. So having a hard time enjoying things, not really caring about stuff, feeling kind of chronically bored can be a sign of an imbalance in the crown. Also confusion. So having a hard time understanding things, feeling like you need to read something 3 times to understand it, or you're just not getting what people are saying to you, or you're kind of spacey, that can be a sign of a imbalance in the crown. Also, a lack of spiritual belief. So if you feel like you don't believe in anything, or if you're angry with God or divinity or source or whatever you call it, that can be a sign of an imbalance in the crown chakra. There are a lot of ways to practice religion. There are so many paths to follow within spirituality and religion and faith. But I am a strong believer that having faith in something, as long as it's something that you truly believe in, is so important. I think that faith is a very important pillar of being a healthy person. And I think that a large part of that is because we have to remember that we are non-physical beings experiencing a physical existence. So if we're ignoring religion and faith and divinity and source, then we're ignoring a whole facet of our truth as souls. Also, disconnection from the physical plane can be a sign of an imbalance in the crown chakra. So signs of imbalance in the crown chakra are not only disconnection from divinity and source, but also disconnection from physical reality and the earthly plane. So disconnection from all these different things that are happening can be a sign of an imbalance in the crown chakra. And again, like we already kind of addressed, but just to reiterate, big sign of imbalance in the crown chakra is feeling angry or upset with source, divinity, God, goddess, whatever you call this divine source that we all come from. So let's talk about a verb that we can use to work with this crown chakra. So if you've been watching this series, this Chakra Spotlight series, you know that every single chakra we've gone through, I've given you a verb that helps you work with that chakra. So the verb for this chakra is I know. And the way that we would use this verb if we want to try this practice is we would sit down with our journal or our mirror book and we would start to write, beginning with I know blank, and then repeating I know blank, I know blank, and keep going, filling in the blank until you can't think of anything else to fill that blank in with. And then after that, you can look back at everything you wrote and you can see what comes up. And this will help you to uncover how that chakra is doing. What kind of state is that chakra in? So let's talk about some crystals you can use on this chakra. And remember, there are a lot of crystals out there. So there are more crystals you can use on the crown chakra, but these are just my favorites. First one is clear quartz, also amethyst and diamond. All work great on the crown chakra. So let's talk about some treatments to bring this chakra back into balance if it's out of balance. So some treatments for a hypoactive crown chakra. So this is an underactive crown chakra. Nourish your faith. So do something to strengthen that pillar of faith that you have. Read a book about a deity that you connect with. Take a class about a religion you're interested in. If you're a person who goes to church, visit church. If you're a person who goes to a temple, go to a temple, a mosque, whatever type of religious center you feel comfortable in or safe in, nourish that faith. Or if you're Wiccan, if you're pagan, if you practice an earth-based religion like I do, then go into nature, go into the woods and connect with faith. Also meditation, prayer, anything like that will help to strengthen the crown chakra. Also brain exercises, so puzzles, games, anything like that to strengthen the brain. And memory exercises are great for the crown chakra and the brain. Now some treatments for a hyperactive crown chakra. So this is an overactive crown chakra. The first one is mundane tasks. So earthly things. If you're up here, you're too much in faith and religion and spirituality. So you need to come back down to earth and the physical. So mundane tasks help us do this. Take out the trash, clean your house, clean your room, do the dishes, anything like that. Also grounding techniques. So put your feet on the earth, visualize yourself growing roots into the earth. Any kind of grounding technique that you like. Also regulate your sleep. So that's a great way to rebalance the crown chakra, is to make sure you're getting enough sleep, not too much sleep, and make sure that the sleep you're getting is the best it could possibly be. Sleep hygiene. Make sure your bed's clean, make sure it's quiet, make sure, if you need it to be dark or if you need it to be have a little bit of light, if you're somebody who doesn't like the dark. Make sure that your place of sleep is an enjoyable, comfortable place. Okay, so that is all about the crown chakra. If you followed along for this whole Chakra Spotlight series, then thank you so much for the support, and I hope you enjoyed it, and I hope you feel like you have a better understanding of all your chakras and your whole energy field. Remember to like this video and subscribe to my channel, and remember you can hit that join button below this video to become a member of my channel and get access to members only perks. Thank you so much for watching, and I will see you soon. Blessed be.